at this. All right, what up, y'all? Dang, I don't like how this lighting is. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get this lighting right. Nobody probably in yet anyway. But, I don't like how yellow. Let's see if I change the light. Maybe that would do it. I don't know how that's turning out. Anyway, what's up, y'all? I'm back again. Joe Black, what's up? Yeah, I got those videos pulled up. We're gonna go ahead and watch that. Now, I also got another one from Patty. Just caught the end of the last live stream. Yeah, man, that it probably was pretty early. So what I'm just gonna do is, I'm just gonna start, just going live as as often as I can, and yeah. And I need to be looking at the camera because I got the camera set up over here. And what I'm gonna do in the future is have a camera, not better camera, better lighting setup. So, because I don't like this like this yellowish look. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's like you know, it's like a yellowish look. Like it's better because I'm using my actual camera to do it. But check it out. If I switch this to this camera, you see, this camera is worse, but the color is better. But anyway, uh, but yeah, so that's what I want to work on. Getting better lighting for these. Because it doesn't matter how good your camera is if the lighting isn't good, the quality of the image not gonna be good. But I was gonna. Oh, so we got about 5 people in here right now. We get started. I'm gonna play some of these videos. What am I? What am I? Says me, Chaz. I don't know what you talking about. Okay, let's go ahead and start this. We're gonna start with the news story, and then we're gonna go into what Lackluster did a piece on it. So we're gonna watch the news version, and then we're gonna play the Lackluster version of it. Suntanning booth. You're in a you're in a suntanning booth with your cell phone. That might not be a good idea. This is coming from CBS Sacramento, and it happened in Yuba City. So paralyzed Yuba City man gets $20 million settlement over traffic stop.
Has just won in his story. A man paralyzed after a run-in with police has just won an historic settlement, $20 million.
CBS 13's Andrew Habner talked with his legal team and the Yuba City Police Department to hear about what comes next for the department.
Yeah, Gregory Gross was paralyzed and left with a broken neck after a run-in with Yuba City Police in 2020. Today, he received a historic settlement, $20 million from YCPD. But his attorney says that it wasn't about the money. It was more about the opportunity to instill some change within the department.
Come on, sir.
Gregory Gross's life changed in 2020.
Mr. Gross, we are done with your silly little games.
Yuba City Police slammed him to the ground, breaking his neck and causing him to become a quadriplegic.
So I just pretty much lay in bed all day, try and look to the future of what it is. I don't know, but I can't do anything without help, and that's the sad part for me. It's taking care of myself.
That was back in 2022 when Gross announced he was suing the department. On Tuesday, a settlement was announced. $20 million.
We would make a change in the system that they were using in Yuba City so that it doesn't happen to another person.
Mosley Collins is Gross's lawyer.
And that's what Greg and I agreed on. That we're not against police, but we're against police brutality when it happens, and it did happen here, so we took a stand against it.
The Yuba City Police Department, as part of the settlement, announced changes to the force, including implementing new de-escalation techniques, randomly auditing body cam footage, and reviewing use of force incidents.
There's that auditing word.
Both sides, we're trying to come together with a solution that both provides for Greg and also makes our cities, particularly Yuba City, safer.
At a Tuesday press conference, Yuba City Police Chief Brian Baker told Gregory Gross, quote, "You've been in my thoughts since this tragedy was brought to my attention. On April 12, 2020, we missed the mark. And for that, Mr. Gross, I'm sorry."
We missed the mark. What does that mean? Y'all put in the chat what y'all think that means. Because what missed the mark? What? And you're sorry for missing the mark. Not you're sorry that these tyrannical rogue officers broke this man's neck and paralyzed him. Why not just say that? What do you mean you missed the mark? What do you mean?
While there is no legal mechanism to force accountability for the department, Collins believes this case will lead to permanent changes in Yuba City.
We don't have a system right now other than if they violate someone else's rights, they'll call me or some other lawyer and we'll be back. But I believe that they're going to do what they said.
No more free.
The settlement now stands as one of the largest to a single person from a single department in California state history.
A man.
So, like I said before in a lot of other videos, they're out to ruin your life. Either they're going to ruin your day, your week, your month, your year, or your life. That's all. Like most times, and it's terrible for. And then you're gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna train more popular. We're gonna train on de-escalation." Well, isn't that the training that's supposed to be given from the jump? You're sending people out there with weapons and perceived authority and power, and you're just now talking about, "Oh, we need to rework de-escalation." What do you mean? Hold on, let me get back to the chat. Yeah, let's get back to the chat. What's up, Tommy V? Hope he gives it to all auditors. We missed the mark. Yeah, what do you mean? Could you imagine hearing that after somebody did that to you, and all they got to say to you is, "We missed the mark, and for that, I'm sorry"? Well, I don't even know what the mark you talking about is. Excuse my southern, way of it, verbalizing that, but come on now. That's crazy. That is crazy. It means Miles say it means he's sorry they got caught this time. Hey man, I can't disagree with that because I don't know what the mark is. So the mark is yeah, I don't what. I bet he thought he really said something with that too. That's crazy. Sorry, don't bring. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, don't bring back his abilities. They come on now. They absolutely ruined his life. And I keep telling people that when people say, "Oh, you need to just go ahead and let them arrest you," and this, that, and that. No, I'm not going for that because things like this can happen. And yeah, and for some reason people think if you already got somebody acting tyrannical, what do you think? How you think they're gonna act when you actually under arrest? Come on now, that's common sense. Where we at? Sounds like they paralyzed the man and said, "Oops." Pretty much. Our fault. We didn't, we missed the mark. We didn't mean to paralyze you completely. We were just trying to get you under control, and you wasn't trying to go for us just dominating you like that. We because you respect yourself as a man. You didn't want men, handling you a certain way. You want to be treated with dignity and respect, which they wasn't given. They they felt like you just need to bow down to them. And yeah. Sorry that you couldn't, go for what we was trying to do and made it easy on us, basically. Sorry you made us break your neck, man. We, next time we'll try our best not for it to get to that point. That's like it seemed like that's the way they respond to that. Bridges G say no, they're trained to hurt people. Yeah, we're gonna get back into it. This is just a news clip. We're getting ready to get into Lackluster's take on this story. It's a lot more detail, a lot more footage. Tony Edwards. Well, we're gonna go to Lackluster's channel in a second to see if he talks about that, because I don't know yet. I saw this article, but I didn't play Lackluster's article, so we're gonna be watching it together. They probably got a promotion. Hey man, you never know. United we rise, divided we fall. Gang just say, yep. All right, y'all. So let's get into Lackluster's take on it. Yeah, somewhere. All right. So as y'all know, this Lackluster's channel, and this is being brought to you by his channel.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. In April of 2020, the Yuba police pulled over Greg Gross and placed him under arrest for an alleged DUI and slow speed minor accident.
Oh God. Yeah, kind of a bad day. Come on.
Okay.
What are you doing, dude? Sit down on the ground, and I'll bring it.
I didn't do nothing.
After failing to move quickly enough for Yuba City police officers Joshua Jackson, a field training officer, and Scott Hansen, Gregory is taken to the ground. The officers use pain compliance, but it appears to serve as more of a punishment instead of as a means to control an elderly suspect.
Mr. Gross, listen to me.
Quit with me.
I'm not with you.
Yeah, you are.
I'm telling you the way this is going to go. Would you like to shut your mouth and listen?
How do you talk to your elder like that? How do you talk to another human being like that? How do you talk to another man like that? Like, come on now. And what would make you think that is ever okay to handle somebody like that? Especially your elder or senior.
You are not in control of the situation.
You are under arrest
Control.
for hit and run and DUI. You're about to get placed into a patrol car. I was going to walk you over there, but you decided you didn't want to go with the program. So now you're sitting here like a 3-year-old.
Ow, that hurts.
Okay?
I was
So
walking.
listen. And it will continue to hurt if you don't shut up and listen.
Eventually, the officers bring Greg to the hospital for a blood draw, and as Officer Hansen's back is turned, Officer Jackson takes Gregory back to the ground.
Your issues?
No, not at all.
I just asked which way you're going. You slammed me up against the car.
Here, no, grab him. I gotta put gloves
Kill
on.
Democrat.
Tony Edwards, I appreciate you, man. I don't think I can hear him cry again yet. It's bad.
Damn, I've done it again. You just keep doing this?
Why?
I can't breathe.
Why?
Are we going to keep doing
I
this?
can't breathe.
Why?
You're talking,
Why?
you're breathing.
You're
Why?
talking, you can breathe.
Though not captured on video, the takedown fractured Gregory's neck, paralyzing him. The officers then exacerbate the injuries by continuously moving him without any concern for his condition.
Okay, let's stand up. Stand up.
What do the trolls say about
Put on your
this?
big boy
What do
pants.
the trolls-
You want to act like a man.
What do you feel about that?
Okay, yeah, please.
What?
Let me up, please.
What should he have done to not get his neck broken like that?
Stand up.
Stand up. Come on, you're a man. Be a man.
Look at this.
I can't feel my leg.
You can feel your legs.
Eventually, they move Gregory into a wheelchair.
I can't feel my legs, dude. I'm sorry. I can't feel my legs.
Oh.
They're gone.
And he apologized.
Come on. Don't forget your pasta box.
As Greg is wheeled into the hospital, Officer Jackson tells someone that he was assisted to the ground, as though it was amusing to him.
He was assisted to the ground. No.
Greg is asked to sit up. However, unable to do so, he is pushed into a seated position without support or immobilizing devices to protect his neck from further
It was
damage.
just getting worse and
Do we want to
worse
just
and worse and worse and worse.
grab his arms and flop him up
Worse
on the
and
bed,
worse
and then we can.
That just doesn't go more. 1, 2, 3.
Y'all broke his neck.
All right, sit up. We're gonna move those cuffs around.
Oh,
Come on, sit up for me, Mr. Gross.
can't
Sit
sit
up for
up.
me.
You.
Once his handcuffs are
Oh, my
removed,
goodness.
Officer Jackson falsifies what happened when explaining it to the doctor.
Yeah, it might be some temporary for me landing on him, but
I think it's fine, but
when I took him, I had him in an arm bar, and so I swept his feet and tried to get him to land on his knees, and then so I was on top of him, but his knees hit.
So he didn't like just
No, I didn't like just plank him out. No, that would be wrong.
right. Yes. Even if he's frustrated.
Yeah. No, I tried to get him on the ground so that we could then just
Okay.
double pick him up and just drag him in.
Yeah.
But he pulled away, so I, yeah.
you guys slammed the ground 3 times.
I only slammed you on the ground one time, sir, and it was very controlled.
You need to listen to me. I can't not kill myself. I can't breathe my legs.
Despite his pleas for help, Gregory is ignored by the officers and hospital staff alike.
I have a veteran. I can't really talk anymore. You gotta help me, please.
Oh, no, Eddie.
I can't move my legs. Please help me. Please help me, God. Please help me. My legs. I can't move my legs.
It appears the doctor knew something serious was a possibility, as a CT scan was ordered, but in the face of Gregory's visible injuries, specific complaints, and apparent inability to sit up, he is again moved without a cervical collar or spine board.
I'm going to explain something to you. We have to take your handcuffs off in order to put you on this bed. Okay, I'm going to take them off.
I can't move, man.
Here, I'll take this off right now.
Right, dude. I thought, all right.
Okay.
That handcuff on my left hand is so tight I can't stand it.
Okay. Relax your arm.
Dude, I'm a good guy. Don't do this to me, please.
Okay. Relax. Relax.
I
Relax.
love my wife and kids.
Well, we can slide them straight across if that works for you. Then we can use the white sheet to go back, right?
Yeah, so like, oh my God.
All right.
All right, we're going to slide you off. Mr. Gross, listen to me. Listen. We're going to slide. We're going to slide you over onto this.
I love my kid. I miss them.
As a result of Officer Jackson's, quote, very controlled slam of the 64-year-old veteran, Gregory suffered devastating injuries, which required multiple invasive surgeries. His legs and hands are paralyzed, and he will require lifelong 24/7 care.
I can't do anything. My hands don't work.
Greg's attorney eventually filed multiple lawsuits against the city of Yuba. All officers involved, Rideout Memorial Hospital, UC Davis Medical Center, and the medical staff. Years later, in July of 2023, a settlement was reached in the amount of $20 million. $17 million will be paid by the city of Yuba, and the remaining $3 million is to be split between the officers, though it is likely that they are covered by indemnification. As of February 2021, Officer Jackson is no longer employed by the city of Yuba, but it appears that Officers Hanson and Livingston continue their employment with the department. The $20 million settlement ensures Greg's 24/7 care for the rest of his life, but at what cost? While Officer Livingston has his fair share of blame in this case for standing by and not intervening in a clear case of excessive force. And while Gregory and us are fortunate that the body cam footage obtained by Greg's lawyer was not deleted or misplaced, it is imperative that if you witness the police mistreating a fellow citizen, that you record it. Some departments still don't have cameras, and had this happened in—
Hold on, y'all. They need to give him enough money for him to be able to get an Android body. If maybe they did something like that, then okay, I can then the money would mean something. But okay, you got 20 million, but you can't. What can you do? You can't have fun. You can't. You paralyzed. What makes this good is for his family, because now his family has his kids are gonna be able to, maybe live a better life if the medical bills don't eat up the 20 million. The medical alone is gonna eat up a lot of that. He needs that 24 hours. They need to pay him enough to get an Android body. That's the only way that a settlement would ever be enough.
in a place where it was not caught on film, there is no doubt that this could have led to an even worse conclusion. Thanks for watching. If you have a video, use the submit link in the description or pinned comment. If you enjoyed this one, subscribe and hit the bell for future content, and check out our other channels.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get back. See what. There's no reason for either of these takedowns. They just want to be. This was just a thug being a gangbanger. That's pretty much, yeah. He was just, and I wouldn't even say that, because this. Well, I would say he's a thug, but not all gangbanging is, you don't go gangbang on innocent old people. That's not a part of gangbanging. You know, but you know, I don't know. This gang has different rules, so I don't know. The largest gang in America are Blood Red Rhinos and Crip Blue Donkeys. It's also represented the Cherry and Berry, red and blue lights on cool cars. Yeah, man. Justice will be served when all involved are prosecuted. Tony, yeah, that might be it, but you know, they got to talk. At some point, you're gonna have to talk to God about it. So, you know, you got to be ready for that conversation. That's the lawyer fees, exactly. I'm telling you, 20 million. That's a lot. You know, that is not just a lot. That is a enormous amount of cash. And that's an enormous amount of cash. If he got 20 and they're not talking about even what the lawyers took from that, you know, he probably got maybe you got, let's just say you got 10 of that. You know, half went to the lawyers, but usually you only get a third, I think, depending on, you know, I think you get a third of the settlement or something. So really 10 is, I think, a lot. It's probably more like 7. But anyway, let's say he got 10. He needs round the clock care and service and attention. That for the rest of his life. So he's 64. You know, that's not that old. That's old, but that's not that old. He can't do anything for the rest of that time. Nothing. I mean, he can do things. But he can't do anything physical. He can't take care of himself. He can't, you know, all he can do physically is, you know, pretty much speak. He can move his arms a little bit, but he can't move his hands. It's it sounds like the hospital got away scot-free, ignoring his conditions and continuing to allow him to be manhandled. Yeah, because it's all, you know, it's all bad, man. Like if when you go to a hospital and you don't have someone there with you who loves and cares about you, you know, things might not go that well. You know, you got to have somebody there. And when he first arrived, nobody was there but, you know, law enforcement. And, you know, and the law enforcement lied and said they assisted him to the ground, not saying, hey, we threw him to the ground, put a lot of pressure on his neck. He's saying he can't move his legs, and everything's limp, and he can't hold his head up or anything. So maybe be a little bit careful around his neck to make sure, you know, if anything is going on with his neck, make sure we don't make it worse. None of that was said. None of that was done. And you got the police chief saying, oh, I can't sleep about this. You've been on my mind. And you know what I really want to say to you, what's really been on my heart that I got to get off my chest and just say this because it's just bothering me so much. Sir, we missed the mark. And I'm sorry for that. Man, y'all, man. Everyone forgets about all of these white supremacist groups integrating into our law enforcement agencies, hospitals, schools, and government institutions. You know, it's not, you could say white supremacist, but I'm just gonna say it's the devil. Only evil people do evil things. Imagine not being able to wipe your own behind and rely on someone else as a man, as a male. The mental anguish would kill me. Come on now. Can you hear a grown man and they, oh, hold on. Battery went dead. Gotta add the next one. Don't worry. I got it right next to me. Hold on, y'all. Technical difficulties. I'm still here. Though. But yeah, what I was saying, but yeah, the mental anguish alone, like it's nothing, no money can pay for it. No money can fix that unless they give him enough money for Elon Musk to start creating him an android body so he can, you know, have function again. That's the only way that this would ever be, you know, remedied. Money alone can't remedy. Okay, so you got enough money for, you know, because you can't work or you can't do anything. So, you know, that enough money to have generations of his family set? No. Let's see, we should be back. Yeah. Okay, we back. But yeah, no, it's terrible. Just like the courts, the hospital staff takes the word of the cops as gospel. Yeah. Because it's all a part of a weird system. When they say the matrix, it's like everybody, you know, they're in the matrix. Everybody just, it's like everybody shuts off their brain and just become, you know, robots. Exactly. Scarecrow, 20 mil is not even close to enough. It's not. No way. And you, it's 20 million and you only get a third of that. Assuming. I'm not going, because we don't know for sure. I don't know if that's the number he got after he had to pay the lawyer or before. They just say he settled for 20 million. So if he settled for 20 million, that means, you know, he didn't get 20 million in his bank account cash. That's not what he got. Then he have to pay for the medical that he already had to deal with. He had neck surgery. He had spinal surgery several times, several different surgeries. And he's gonna probably have to, you know, deal with a lot of different things for the rest of his life. So 20 million, it's not enough. That's why y'all, go get arrested and get the settlement and go. All right, the money not always enough. It's not always about race. That's why I stopped watching Roland at all. Oh, I know who Roland is. Geez, it's not all about prosecution of people of color. They hate us all. Yeah, any time that you stand up for yourself, they don't like that because they don't want people to stand up for themselves. Whether you know, the only difference, the difference between when it comes to like race and color is that at one point in time, we didn't even have basic human rights. So got to a point where they, you know, they actually, okay, oh, those are people too. Oh, yeah, they are people. Some of them still don't believe that, you know, we're people or whatever they have in their mind about, you know, human beings. But at some point we weren't treated as human beings. Then they realized that we were human beings. We knew it the whole time, but they started realizing it. And that's when we started getting human rights and civil rights. So when we start exercising our rights, it's, you know, they already have preconceived notions about us, and they already feel like we shouldn't be standing up for ourselves. Then when we do, is we get a little extra hostility and, you know, anger and tyranny. But it's not like, okay, this is just directed toward us. No, it's anybody who doesn't go along to get along. Have the line officers been placed on Brady list? And hopefully the settlements includes future hospital. The settlement, the 20 million, that's it. The 20 million is, okay, you get 20 million and this is going to cover you for the rest of your life. Did they even include his family? Because if he's the man, he's the husband, he's the person who is taking care of the family, they need to secure the family's future because they took him out. That is crazy. Think of the mental anguish on his family, his wife, his children. He can't, you know, do anything that, you know, a grandparent, you know, a parent can do with their family anymore. They call strain on his marriage because, come on. At one time, all white people were police. You know, I never lived at a time like that, so I don't know. I know a lot of people in general feel like they have power over people, or they want to have some type of authority over somebody when it comes to their position at, you know, their place of employment or something, whatever. I notice people strive to have a sense of power in whatever, you know. But yeah, let's get into this next video. One of our subscribers, Patty, make sure. Yeah, Patty sent this over. Yeah, Patty Flanders. She's usually on a lot of these streams too. But yeah, let's go here. Now, I'll share this. His marriage, his kids, his grandkids, all their lives changed, and he won't live as long as he would have. Non-mouth said, absolutely. It's so many things, man. That is, you know, yeah. That's why I say, like, they try to ruin, like, everything, like, Come on now. Now imagine, and you think I'm gonna let them ruin my life like that over, you know, me recording in a public building? If you know, I'm gonna find different ways to handle that versus them trying to, you know, especially if they're moving like I can tell that they are looking to hurt me. No, you got to think about that. Okay, let's get into it though. As y'all see what the title say, man murders detective at police station. This is Ape Huncho. He got 539,000 subscribers. So this was strange. I started watching this, but midway, not midway, like a little bit into it, I wanted to just stop, and I was gonna save it to watch it with y'all because I didn't know where it was going. It was seeming real strange, and a lot of things were seeming off, and then more started to be revealed. So go ahead and play that.
It's 1:30 a.m. on September 25th, 2020, and officers from the Metropolitan Police Service are patrolling on London Road in Norbury, South London. Out of nowhere, they spot a male holding a duffel bag while wearing a black surgical mask, coat, trousers, and boots. Although this wouldn't have usually aroused suspicion at that moment in time, remember most of the public were wearing masks. On this occasion, it did, as there had been burglaries in the area. The police thought this man, whoever he was, may be connected to the ongoing burglaries in the area, and so it was time to investigate.
I want to detain you under Section 1 of the Police Criminal Evidence Act, okay? The reason for that is there's a lot of burglaries in this area, and I've just seen you walk. You can just keep your hands out your pockets for now. I'll take it and have a look in a minute, all right? The reason is there's a lot of burglaries in this area, okay? It's 1:30 in the morning. I don't know who you are. You probably got a totally legitimate excuse, all right? But at the moment, you're walking down the road with a duffel bag, all right? Which I believe may have stuff going to equipped to do a burglary, all right? So I'm just going to search you.
This pocket, I've got my ID.
Perfect. Okay, that's fine. Don't put your hands in your pockets. Hey, hello. Don't put your hands in your pockets. Okay. You okay? You're just going to be searched, mate. You're not under arrest. I just need to search you. You okay?
You're getting searched. You're not under arrest.
Just a bit nervous, yeah? Okay. Are they expecting you
no,
home?
You can't. If I'm not under arrest, you're not searching me.
All right. That's fine.
You give me 2 seconds. You give me 2 seconds. Do you want me to hold that? It's all right. You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble.
Yeah, he is. What do you mean you're not in trouble? It looked like it. It felt like it. What do you call it? This looks like trouble. How would this respond? This feels like trouble for me. This seems like trouble. A quick search.
I'm going to confess. Okay, in that bag is non-medical cannabis.
That's a then 23-year-old Louis DeZoya. It's not entirely clear what he was doing on the night in question, but to nip it in the bud, he was no burglar. There is one leading theory that has been pushed, and that was he was heading to his parents' home. Not for any regular visit though, as you'll find out shortly. Louis had been addicted to cannabis for roughly 4 years by this point, spending roughly £200 a month on it, which was more than likely why he had it in his possession. He was also diagnosed with autism earlier on in life, which at first glance may explain why he was so nervous when interacting with police. He was visibly shaking. According to medical reports, Louis' autism impacted the way he communicated and interacted with members of the public. But even if autism played a slight role in this nervous exchange with officers, it most definitely wasn't the cause of the initial stress. The stress wasn't caused by the fact he was in possession of cannabis either.
Okay, how much have you got in there?
I've got maybe 3 or so grams.
Okay. All right. I'm still going to have to search you. All right.
Yeah.
So just pass me your phone and your mask. Okay. All my concern is at the moment is if you've got anything on that's going to hurt me or you. Any needles, any razor blades, anything like that. Okay, fine. Because you just told me you've got drugs on you, I'm just going to have to put you in handcuffs while I search you.
Because you told me.
What's the matter? So the reason for that is people try and do silly things when we search them. They try and hurt themselves. They try and hurt police officers.
Hey,
all right?
Can you take me into the car, please?
Why? Don't resist. Listen to me very carefully.
I know.
Don't resist.
We'll put you in the car, but put handcuffs in first, yeah?
Okay.
Is it someone's watching us? Or?
Look, and take the bag, please. Thank you.
Why do you want us to sit you in the car?
Just worried, please.
Why? Why are you worried?
Just.
You think your parents might see?
No.
Right, get in the car, mate. Control, can I create a CAD for a stop of a person on London Road, junction with Pollard's Hill North, please? Don't put your hands in your pockets. Don't do that again. Do you understand?
Look at the beginning. Okay. Don't UK officers not carry guns? I didn't know that. They don't carry guns? My man, Q. I've seen this clip unbelievably rude. He did nothing. That's a lie. Anytime you have cops standing in front of you saying they're going to search you, you're in trouble. Exactly. I don't know what they talk about. That feels like trouble. Hold on, let me let's highlight that one. That feels like trouble. You can't tell me it's not trouble.
Do you understand? That's the third time you've done that, and I've told you not to. Next time, listen to me. Next time, you're going to be handcuffed to the back.
Good morning, Jimmo.
All right? 3 times I've asked you. You speak perfectly good English. Stop doing it.
FAQ, what's up?
It's for our safety as well, because we don't know if you're reaching for a knife. We don't know what you're reaching in for your pocket.
Inside is my. If you open,
Received.
you'll see my ID, which has my address.
At the moment, I've tried to do you a favour by taking you off the street. You've not told me why. I'm just saving you a little bit of embarrassment. Now you've reached into... Stop talking. You've now reached into your pockets 3 times. I've told you not to, right? You've now told me you've got drugs on you when I thought you might have had some sort of tool on you to burgle someone's house. So now I'm going to search you stood right here, all right? Because I don't know what else you've got on you. And I think there's more to this story than you're letting on, despite having drugs on you, all right?
Yeah, you got autism. So he's kind of socially, you know, might see him a little.
Okay, so I asked you earlier. I'm not too sure what the answer was. Have you got anything on you like sharp that can hurt me or you?
No.
No.
I appreciate it, man. I'm just a man. They used to have tasers in many clubs.
Right, at
That's
the moment,
funny.
I'm placing you under arrest for possession of what I believe to be bullets. All right.
I only got bullets. But really, they shouldn't have never stopped them. But
Could I have van and cell space for one male adult arrested for possession of what I believe to be bullets on London Road, junction with Pollard's Hill North? How about 1567. Okay, thanks. Needs to search the back of him.
Hey, Ryan, you've got a South Star back windmiller.
Just say receive for me.
Yes.
Just hold his jacket up for me.
to rear.
Yeah, definitely.
blankets here.
You got one pair of trousers on?
I have a second pair of thermals.
Right, okay. Okay, I'm just going to search your inside leg. Spread your legs slightly for me, thank you.
Yeah, I never want to go in there.
Where'd you get the boots from?
What?
Yeah, all good.
Fresh players looking? No, sir. No, sir. Say something. You step out. Step one. Step out. Tell me to. Great amount of these songs, man. News now. What's up? I'm good, man. 951. He was stopped due to burglaries. If I recall correctly, he has no tools in his bag, no threat, but totally searched him. Exactly. And took him to jail.
Do you want me to stay with you?
No, it's fine. Possession of a firearm, aka a bag of what look like bullets. Possession of intent to supply Class B.
So you probably don't need further search.
Yes.
Right, let's tip out this one, wind them down, take the cuffs off.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Stand up, mate.
He's been there.
Yeah, fresh.
Go on.
I think this is very
I understand, stand up.
So please leave.
What?
Please leave.
But they said they found bullets in his bag.
Pass on.
Okay, listen to me. My name's Matt, I'm the custody officer, right? I'm in charge. I'm not involved in the investigation. You've been arrested on suspicion of possession of bullets,
Hold up.
ammunition, and possession of intent to supply
Class B.
Class B. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, your detention's not been authorised yet.
Hold up. What do you mean? He was a. Hold up.
So you probably don't need further search.
Yes.
Right, let's tip out this one, wind them down, take the cuffs off.
That's fine.
Stand up, mate.
He's been there.
Go on.
I think this is very
I understand, stand up.
What you want him to stand up for?
What?
When you stand up, they don't want you to stand up.
I think I'm.
I guarantee if he was already standing up when they came in there,
Okay, listen to me. My name's Matt. I'm the
Hold up. Y'all know that if he was in there standing up already, they would have came in there and told him to sit down. Now that he's sitting down, they all come in there and tell him to stand up.
custody officer, right? I'm in charge. I'm not involved
Oh, he's in charge.
in the investigation. You've been
How many times do you think he loves rehearsing this to himself?
possession of bullets, ammunition, and
Suspicion of bullets and ammunition. What do you mean? You mean he's suspected of having ammunition and?
my name's Matt. I'm the custody officer, right? I'm in charge. I'm not involved in the investigation. You've been arrested on suspicion of possession of bullets, ammunition, and possession of intent to supply
Class B.
Class B. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Your detention's not been authorised yet, but I can authorise a search if you go to section 54 place. Stand up. Mate, you're good enough to.
After being led into a cell at Croydon Custody Centre in South London, Louis managed to grab hold of a Colt antique revolver that he had stored in a holster under his coat and opened fire on Custody Sergeant Matt Ratner. Even though Louis had been thoroughly searched, police somehow managed to miss the near foot-long gun that had been concealed. This would ultimately allow Louis to shoot Sergeant Ratner. Over the space of seconds, 4 shots were fired towards Sergeant Ratner. The first hit him directly in the chest, more specifically, the heart. After the first shot was fired, officers leapt on top of Louis, but he continued to fire. A second bullet would hit Sergeant Ratner in the leg. The third would lodge into the cell wall, and the final would bounce off the floor and hit Louis in the neck. As Sergeant Ratner lay bleeding to death, more officers ran in the cell and tasered Louis while screaming, "You fucking piece of shit." He was then dragged out of the cell, leaving a trail of blood. Officers would try their best to keep both men alive until paramedics arrived. They were both bleeding out in Croydon Custody Centre. When they did arrive, both men were still breathing. However, Sergeant Rotner would succumb to his injuries just 2 hours later in hospital. Louis almost met the same fate, but after life-saving surgery, he would go on to survive, although it should be noted that he had been in a coma for months after the surgery. Although he survived, it wasn't entirely clear if he'd ever go on trial because of the condition he was in. The shooting had caused him to have a stroke, which left him with brain damage. He was able to communicate on a very basic level. He had also been left partially paralyzed. However, the Crown Prosecution Service wanted to move forward with murder charges 9 months after the shooting, as Louis had somewhat recovered from his injuries. His lawyers argued that because he had brain damage, he wouldn't be fit to stand before a jury. But the judge presiding over the case would disagree and gave the go-ahead. You see, Louis was able to communicate at a very basic level using a whiteboard and short phrases. A lot of the time, it would just be one-worded answers. He was also able to somewhat understand questions that would come his way. And so when the judge took all of this into account, the thumbs up for the trial was given. I spoke to Matt 2 days before the shooting. The thing that pains me the most is that he was just 2 months away from retiring. Our words spoken by Matt's brother James Young. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Rotner was just 2 months away from retiring, but he was sadly murdered in cold blood. Matt's life had been one huge roller coaster. He was born in New Zealand to a loving family. As he was growing up, he wanted to follow his dreams of becoming a tennis player. As a part of chasing this dream, he would secure himself a scholarship in America, but ultimately decided he wanted to join the Metropolitan Police when he moved to England in 1991. He would be a police officer until 2020. Once you met Matt, you couldn't forget him. He would take time out to talk to people. He didn't care who you were. It's quite strange, but people who had been previously arrested would turn up to the station because they wanted to chat with Matt. Matt will be missed by many. The same can't be said for Louis. In June of 2023, Louis DeZoya would go on trial for the murder of Matt Rotner. As you know, it was never fully clear why Louis decided to go out that night armed with a gun. But the police and the Crown Prosecution Service did have one theory. He was going to either A, seriously hurt his father, or B, murder him. Again, this theory should be taken with a pinch of salt, because no charges in relation to Louis harming his father were ever placed against him. The reason why that theory was the strongest was because Louis and his father had a rocky relationship. You see, growing up, he would witness his father beat his mother. He would tell the jury using response techniques with his lawyer that he would be beaten by his father over trivial matters when he was a child. The police were fully aware there had been issues, as they had been called to at least one fight between the pair in the past. In 2019, they were called to the family home after a fight broke out. Louis had kicked his father off a bike because, quote, he had been talking too loud. During the trial, it emerged that Louis had purchased the antique firearm legally via an auction website. At that point in 2020, it was legal to do so. His lawyer stated that he had purchased the gun because he had feared the pandemic would lead
exactly.
to
Scarecrow did see that.
Therefore, he would use.
Hold on, y'all. Let's get back to the chat a little bit. Yeah, this was a crazy turn of events. Gun is illegal. I'm in charge. That was crazy. They thought he had bullets. That's why I didn't understand that. They thought he had bullets. They suspected him of being in possession of bullets, or was he in possession of bullets? Who suspected bullets? Well, I mean, bullets are bullets. And I guess it wasn't I don't know. This is crazy. Did you not hear about the story? No. Well, I didn't. All thing was available. How did he get a weapon out of that fire forward him? I don't know. It was that I don't know what, because everything cut off right there, but I don't know. It was strange. I feel like the person reporting on this story a little bit biased, but I don't know. That's just me, you know. I don't think anybody should, you know, have to lose their life.
The firearm to hunt wildlife. However, psychologists would tell the jury that Louis had told them he began carrying the gun months before the shooting for
He's mentally
protection.
something else.
He told the psychologists that he had been robbed in a drug deal gone wrong. Louis had lived at a flat in Banstead. That's roughly 10 miles from where he would be picked up by police. He had moved out from his parents' home after dropping out of an engineering course at college and finding employment with the HMRC. Using the experience he had in engineering, he crafted several working bullets for the firearm in his garage at the flat.
Okay.
Those
That
bullets would
makes
be
sense.
used to murder Matt Ratner. During the defense's opening
He made his
speech,
own
Louis' lawyers would tell the jury that he never intended to kill anyone that day, even up until the point of the shooting itself. Instead, they explained that due to a lack of personal space, Louis had an autistic meltdown. His autism diminished his responsibility. In other words, he wasn't in a sound frame of mind when he committed the murder. To no surprise, the jury wouldn't accept the defense, and Louis was found guilty on all charges placed against him. He was handed a life sentence on a life order tariff, meaning he'll never be released from jail.
Louis DeZoiza at 1:26.
I know he ain't got this. I know this is not a serious trial he got on this wig. No way. He got on this real deal concert. This is a parody. No way. Do y'all see this wig? Bro, this guy is up for a murder trial of 2 law enforcement officers, and he's sitting up here trying to be serious with this thing on his head, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. I can't believe this. Bro, this looks fake. But I know it's not fake because of what just happened, but come on, bro. No, you got to take that off, bro. Come on. I'd be so mad at this. I feel like you're not taking this serious.
On the 25th of September
Get outta here,
2020, you shot
What,
dead
the Santa Claus
Sergeant Matt
jacket on?
Ratner. He was the custody sergeant at
Why do you have on
Croydon
this
Police
costume?
Station. He had devoted his...
Hold on, y'all. I know this is a serious matter, but come on. Look at his eyebrows in the wig. Come on, man. This is frustrating and hilarious at the same time.
life to public service. He put himself in the way of danger to protect the public and to protect and safeguard those who came.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Man, they still do wear those. Gima say this is why I left England. This one out of it still use wigs in formal ceremony in court. Oh my goodness, man.
Into custody.
This is
you
crazy.
have robbed Sue Bushby of their future life together, Diane Peachy of
This
her
makes this
stepson,
so hard to take serious.
Luke Ratner of his father, and Jessica Williams and James Young of their brother.
See,
they are all rightly immensely proud of the man you killed. They recognize that you bear the sole responsibility for his murder. They say in their victim impact statements that for the officers who were on duty that night, they have nothing but support, sympathy, admiration, and respect. You said that you had an autistic meltdown. You said that you had diminished responsibility. The jury disagreed. The jury found you guilty of murder. The sentence for murder is set by law. It is life imprisonment. So I sentence you to life imprisonment. I have a great deal of medical evidence about your condition, and I have been given very great assistance from your lawyers. I have all the information that is necessary to pass sentence. The law requires the court to decide whether to set a minimum term order or a whole life order. A minimum term order means that you can be considered for release after the minimum term. A whole life order means that you remain in custody for the rest of your life. The aggravating factors, in my judgment, outweigh the mitigating factors. The aggravating effect of your use of a gun and the planning and premeditation outweigh the mitigating effects of your personal mitigation, including the impact of custody. There is therefore no justification to depart from the starting point of a whole life order. That is what Parliament has decided should normally apply as a starting point to the murder of a police officer in the execution of their duty. The seriousness of the offence means that a minimum term order is not justified. A whole life order must be imposed. Louis de Zoysa, I sentence you to imprisonment for life. I impose a whole life order. That means you will remain in custody for the rest of your life. You may now be taken from the dock.
It's 1:30.
Okay. So one thing is that, bro, that wig, why would you do that, bro? Why would you wear that? That is hilarious. But this is not a hilarious situation. That's why I would be mad that he has that on. I think the wigs are made from him too. Is he in prison, hospital, or prison? He probably going to prison. And the thing is, you know, if I don't know, I feel like if he was, I don't know, I feel like if colors were different, things might have been a little bit different as far as considering the fact that he really did have autism and does have autism, which is a mental disability and years of abuse. And the way that they were standing up, you know, the way that they were standing up surrounding him is intimidating. You know, I don't know about that situation. I'm not in a situation like that. So I don't know, you know, I don't know. It's just a tragedy all around. That's what I can say. It's a tragedy all around. And yeah. And that's the biggest tragedy. But another tragedy is this wig that this judge has on in a serious situation like that. Like that's a tragedy. Could you imagine? You don't want to imagine being, you know, in front of this judge, having them say that with that wig on. So the kid has autism, PTSD, and was bullied. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Like, come on now. But yeah, so the kid had a lot of issues that went along with this, and you know, but who knows who he might have went out there to hurt. You know, it could be nobody because, you know, in the States, you know, from Florida, you can walk around with your weapon all you want, or have it on you at least all you want. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna see that you're seeking out to harm somebody just because you got your weapon on you. So again, you know, that's like, okay, you walking down the street. Yeah, you got your firearm on you, which is your Second Amendment right, which I don't know how it works with Second Amendment there. But you know, Second Amendment right, you got the right to bear arms. Doesn't matter. There's no restriction or, oh, you can't walk around with your you can't exercise your Second Amendment right at this time at night in public. Like if you're walking down the street, oh, you know, there's no, you know, there's nothing to that. They can't just say, oh, well, hey, burglaries happened over here. You happen to be over here. We're going to search you. They didn't give a description of what the burglar looked like or anything. So, you know, it's a lot of different ways that, you know, this could go. And, you know, I feel like it went the worst way. But, yeah, it's very different in the UK. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. There's no Second Amendment. Yeah, that's crazy. In Florida. I'm not in Florida right now, but I'm from Florida. Yeah, he definitely need get mental help. Let me go to the chat on here. Yeah. You know, that's why I say it's hard to say on this one. But had no reasonable suspicion walking at night with the bag. Exactly. That's why I say they didn't have a description of the burglar or the person. They just said, okay, it's burglaries happening in this area. And they didn't even say somebody described you or anything. They just say, hey, we're going to search you because we think that it might be you. I'm not sure that's how it's supposed to go, but you know, it might like Scarecrow says, different in the UK. So you know, it's hard for me to. It's very different in the UK because this wig that this judge got on is very different, very different. The gun was an antique. Was only legal because it was old. That's why he had to craft his own bullets for that. That's why I think they didn't know exactly. They probably never seen bullets like that because they were handmade bullets. So yeah, so he went through the trouble of making handmade bullets. He could have been a gunsmith. Yeah, I don't know. He was searched twice, once by the officer and seen again at the station. Both missed the gun. Yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know how that turned. It's insane to, all they have at the end was that quick motion he did, but they didn't play any of the audio or anything. I guess that's kind of graphic, but I don't know. Okay, y'all. All right, that's gonna be it for this stream, y'all. But we're gonna, I'm gonna keep doing these. I still got a lot of videos lined up that I really want to watch with y'all. But this one, this one was very unexpected. I want to, and I saw like in the beginning it was starting to take a different turn than I was expecting from the jump. So definitely want to watch it with y'all. Then we saw, them. They just broke a guy's neck, and ruined his life. It's just having that dynamic of, I feel like I like having that. Yeah, but I appreciate y'all. That's why I'm gonna try to keep these streams like at least just to maybe an hour or so, unless I can go for longer. Like depends on. I mean, I could go for longer. What time is it, y'all? For everybody, I can go for longer. It depends. 9 p.m. 9 that's 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. GMO. Everybody drop y'all the time it is where y'all at. It's 2:10, 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. early afternoon. Okay, so I keep forgetting because it's not that late for me. Jima, yeah, I'm still here. 11 p.m. Wednesday. Scarecrow, what time zone you in? 9 Eastern. 7 a.m. All right, so it's pretty much kind of the middle of the day for everybody. So I'm gonna stay on. That's my battery going dead in my camera again. So I'm gonna be getting a way to. I'm gonna get a dummy battery so I can just have the camera hooked up and it never goes. The battery never goes out. Also, I could do it with my GoPro too. Let me get this back up. So switch to this camera. Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go get my batteries, switch these out, and the other one should be charged. I'll be right back. Yeah, y'all give me a second. Keep the chat alive. All right, I'm back. Put this battery in. Turn this back on. Let's get back to it. Change cameras. Boom. Okay. Where the other battery at, man? It's all good. I'll focus on that later. All right, let's get back to it. Let me check out. I had some other videos that I want to check out with y'all too. I might as well stick around. I haven't done a live stream like one like this in a while, so I know we enjoy these. You hear him already talking crazy. All right, so what I'm doing now is let me go to what I want to check out. This was crazy. Yeah, y'all. I'm gonna share this one. This was diabolical. Like, this is straight. This is a demon in real life. You're gonna see this. Let's go ahead and you get what I'm talking about. Some of these people aren't just tyrants and bullies. Some of these people are really evil and want to hurt people. So let me share. Let's share my screen. Let me show y'all. So this is King 5 Seattle, and what we have in this video is body cam footage of SPD officer her laughing about a woman being hit and killed by cop car. SPD officer her laughing about woman being hit by cop car, laughing about it. Tell me if this doesn't sound like the most evil, demonic laugh you've heard.
This video from a Seattle police officer's body-worn camera captures what sounds like a callous disregard for human life.
I think she went up on the hood, hit the windshield, then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is dead.
That's the voice of SPD officer Detective Daniel Otterer. It's recorded January 24th, one day after a woman, 23-year-old John V. Kundula, was struck and killed by another officer's squad car while that officer was responding to a call. Kundula was in a crosswalk when she was hit by the patrol car that was going 63 miles per hour in a 25-mile-per-hour zone.
It does not seem like there's a criminal investigation going on.
In a different portion of the call, the officer appears to be talking about paying off the victim's family, such as a monetary settlement if the family were to sue the department.
No, it's a regular person. Yeah, just write a check. Just check. Yeah, $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
Seattle police say the video was flagged by a department employee, say the Office of Police Accountability is now investigating. but that's not blunting the impact for some.
I don't even have the words to describe how I feel. I'm sickened, for one thing. And it's doing a lot of damage.
Victoria Beach works with new Seattle police recruits, says she's hopeful for the future of the department, but is saddened to hear those words.
Somebody died. How do you laugh and joke about something like that? Whether you agree or not, keep your mouth shut if you have comments like that. And especially you're an officer.
If you have comments like that, something is wrong with you. For one, for anybody to make a comment like that, let alone it be law enforcement.
We don't need you. You're not what Seattle Police Department wants.
As for the officer heard in the video,
she would have been better off saying needs, but she's not what they need, but that's definitely what they go for.
King 5 has confirmed he's also the vice president of the Seattle Police Officers Guild, the largest law enforcement labor union in the Northwest. The Guild did not return a request for comment.
In a statement, the Seattle Police Department says it's been in touch with the family of the victim and continues to honor their express request for privacy. They add that as others in the accountability system proceed with their work, the department extends their deepest.
Yeah. He valued her life at about 20. He felt like she had limited value because she was 26. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? It's a human being. So that leads me on to think some more stuff about him if he talking like that. Come on now. If you talking like that, cop is to serve. The cop is a demon. He's a demon, or a demon is inside him. That's I think we need to address things as what they are. Disturbed, that's the demon. Either he is a demon, or a demon has a hold of him. Either way, it's all bad. Did you hear the laugh? Hold on, let's hear the laugh.
This video.
Yeah, hold on. Now that was just a quick video, but I got some more videos I want to check out. Stop sharing this one and go back, because boy, oh my goodness, we're gonna check out this Long Island video. I'm sad. It's horrible, man. Horrible. Hey man, y'all, I'm working right now. I'll let y'all later. Hold on, y'all. Let's share my screen. Turn on my AC. It's hot in here. So we're at Long Island Audits channel, and We are looking at unhinged tyrant mayor suspends police chief for refusing to arrest journalists. Is this North Korea? This was on the news. Mayor lashes out after resource officer removal.
I can do what I want to do out. I have had enough. You can go to hell. You have a question on everything I do. Shut up.
I will not let another man curse at me or any individual. The way I was spoken to today, I mean, if I could curse, I would, but it's not appropriate.
Mr. Mayor, I have some questions for you in the same exact seat you wear when you threatened to arrest a journalist, Mr. Mayor. I have some questions for you. Don't hide. Why are you hiding from we the people? Hey, what's up, guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Today, we are at the Village Hall here in Spring Valley, New York. We are here today, as always, to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants recognize our rights and treat us with respect. So before we go inside, I would like to introduce everyone to Mayor Alan Simon. To say that Mayor Simon's public service career has been controversial would be an understatement. The mayor has been in the news recently for removing a popular school resource officer because the officer refused to spy on school officials. When investigative reporter Sarah Wallace went to ask the mayor for comment, this is how Mayor Simon reacted.
This is my private office.
Would you like to come out and talk to us outside?
No.
Okay. Did you tell us why you were?
And if the guy has the camera, take the camera, they're trespassing.
Well, you can't take the camera, but we will.
I can do what I want to do out.
Okay.
Out of my office.
Sure.
Spring Valley Mayor Alan Simon furious as I tried to ask him about his latest controversial decision to remove the longtime and beloved school resource police officer Kwesi Evelyn from Spring Valley High School. Law enforcement sources tell the I-Team that Evelyn, who was back on street patrol today, had refused Mayor Simon's orders to report to him weekly on the behavior of certain school officials. The mayor
That's what happens when good cops stand up. That's why you see very few good cops standing up, because that's what happens.
Using to answer our questions about that.
Do you want to talk about why you eliminated the school resource officer position and endangered
I'm sorry, I
potential
can't. It's a
students?
personnel matter.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
Goodbye. Good luck.
A few minutes after that, the mayor summoned the police chief into his office. We were later told by law enforcement sources Simon wanted us arrested.
Absolutely despicable and tyrannical behavior. After the chief of police refused to arrest a journalist for exercising their First Amendment right, Mayor Simon suspended him. The police chief has since been reinstated due to the fact that the mayor didn't have the legal authority to suspend him in the first place. In 2016, Mayor Simon, who served as a judge in multiple jurisdictions in New York State, was removed from the bench. The Judicial Commission found the facts showed Simon guilty of ranting in court and bullying, harassing, and threatening his staff, fellow judges, and village officials with arrest or contempt of court. The commission also found Simon gave false testimony at his hearing. In 2019, Mayor Simon was disbarred for ranting, threatening behavior, the same kind of behavior that got him stripped of his robes as a judge. Let's all take a quick look at the type of behavior that got Mayor Simon thrown off the bench and disbarred.
You don't like it?
No, I don't like it.
Go have your own goddamn meeting. I'm finished.
What happened?
No, I am finished. I am sick and tired of you assholes. I have had enough. You can go to hell. You have a fucking question on everything I do. Shove it up your ass.
What did I do
No,
wrong?
I have had enough. Goodbye. I'm not
What
going
did
to
I do
any
wrong?
goddamn meeting.
What did I do wrong? Explain.
Oh, you're a prick. That's what you did wrong. And I have no idea how you got that way. Go examine everybody else. But I'm finished. I've had enough of you and your bullshit. I don't want to go to any more fucking meetings. I've had enough. Fuck it. I've had enough. I cannot deal with this shit. All I get from you guys is bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit. I'm going to move this fucking thing along, and you guys don't want to do it. Fuck you.
Dang.
And that's official.
That's
you can go to hell. I don't give a shit what you do, how you do it, or how you vote from now on. Shove it up your ass.
Wow.
Did you film that? Thank you.
As you can see, Mayor Simon is unstable and is a danger to the community. Let's see what he has to say for himself. Let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting inside the facility here. Hey, how are you, sir? I don't need any help at the moment. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Talk about a tyrant. Talk about a tyrant.
Sign in. Benjamin Franklin, the ultimate go-to sign-in sheet name. So we have the building department over here, the village clerk's office over here.
Can we help you with something?
Hi, ma'am. Do you work for the village?
Yes. How can I help you?
I don't need any help at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Isn't this just ironic? The United States Constitution, we the people, in a village hall where the mayor attempted to take away the freedom of a journalist asking questions of her government, of our government, we the people's government. It's absolutely ridiculous. Friendly reminder that they're always recording us, even though it always seems to be an issue when we the people record them. The infamous mayor's office over here. Spring Valley Mayor Alan Simon. Restricted area, authorized personnel only. No recording beyond this point. He must have just added that sign after the reporter came to talk to him. There is the photo of Mayor Alan Simon. The mayor who hates freedom of press and our First Amendment. Excuse me, sir. Do you work for the mayor? Is that how the Spring Valley Village treats members of the public? They just ignore them? I'm just asking you a simple question. Well, I'm talking to you, sir.
Okay, I'm asking you a question.
Yeah.
Asking you a question. You don't have to answer me. I'm just asking you, who are you?
Well, you just ignored me.
I'm like ignoring you now. Who are you?
Oh, okay, so may I know your name and what position you work for here, sir?
Yeah, you may. So let me take care of this and I'll be back to talk to you.
Oh, sure, no problem, sir. Yeah, no problem. Ignoring people is not the right thing to do. Especially members of the public.
That would be funny.
He's a public servant, obviously. He just went to a restricted area.
I'm gonna do that
Ready to have that conversation now, sir? Are you ready to have that conversation now, sir? Are you a law enforcement officer, sir? Can you identify yourself, sir? Are you a law enforcement officer, sir? Wow. Very professional. Very professional. Just trying to ask some questions of our public servants here, and they just want to ignore us. Hello, Mr. Mayor. Would like to ask you some questions. I'm hoping you're not trying to get me arrested right now like you did the previous reporter. Why do you hate the First Amendment, Mr. Mayor? I know you can hear me. I can hear you talking to your advisor there, talking about the police won't do anything to remove me. Are you yet again trying to remove a journalist from the People's Building here, Mr. Mayor? Is it true that you want to suspend the police chief because he didn't want to arrest the reporter who was asking you tough questions, Mr. Mayor? You removed the law enforcement officer from the school here because he wouldn't spy for you on the school officials. Isn't that correct, Mr. Mayor? Are you just going to hide behind your door here? You have no comment? I can hear everything you're talking about inside. Were these restricted area signs up before the reporter was here or after, Mr. Mayor? Do you hate transparency?
Face raised.
We, the people, want to know. We have the right to know. Not one of the employees here, the public servants, have identified themselves and treated me with any sort of respect since I've arrived in this building. Sounds like a leadership problem, Mr. Mayor.
Restrict the area.
We're not going anywhere.
Let me
Sounds to me like your police chief is.
look at this sign that he put on his door saying it's restricted. No recording beyond this point. Restrict the area. That is not official, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. This don't even look real, man. Get out of here, man.
Isn't going to be enforcing your tyrannical orders. So there's no one to hide behind.
They made that
All right,
sign
ladies and
in
gentlemen,
office.
let's go around to the front of the building so we can see if we can talk to him through the window. So this is the mayor's office here. So that looks like it could be his chief of staff. There's the mayor. Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor, I have some questions for you. Mr. Mayor, I have some questions for you. You're in the same exact seat you were when you threatened to arrest a journalist, Mr. Mayor. I have some questions for you. Don't hide. Why are you hiding from We the People? What do you have to hide? Do you still believe that you can do whatever you want? You said you could do whatever you want, right? Do you still believe that? Are you a tyrant, Mr. Mayor? Tyrants do whatever they want without any sort of consequence or accountability. I know you can hear me. Stop running. Stop running from the tough questions. That's what you were doing with the other reporter. You were running from her questions and you threatened to have her arrested. And when the police chief wouldn't enforce your tyrannical rule, you threatened to suspend him.
Still
All because you took a law enforcement officer out of a school that protects children because he wouldn't be informing on the school employees for you. What is wrong with you? Answer the question, Mr. Mayor. Answer the questions. Absolutely ridiculous. So the mayor is hiding. Just close the blinds. We're not going anywhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the police department / justice court.
I'm telling you, they made
Take a
that
look
sign
around.
right there and said, "Okay, we're gonna."
Hey, how are you, man?
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm a big fan of your work.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate you serving your community out here.
Absolutely.
I'm just here investigating, a lot of controversy going on
Yeah, go do your
with the
thing,
mayor. Yeah,
All right.
definitely. Thanks, man. I appreciate the support.
Sure, keep going.
Yep. That officer there is a supporter of ours, and he supports the Constitution.
Yeah, he knows some BS going on.
We the people. It's a beautiful thing to see. I would like to submit a FOIL request.
Very Dorsey.
I would like to submit a FOIL request for the village. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. Village of Spring Valley. Application for public access to village records. Let's go ahead and fill this out. Excuse me, sir. In what capacity do you work for the village? In what capacity? What's your title and name? Sir, would you mind providing me with that information? What's your title and name, sir, for the village? No answer? Hi, ma'am. So this is my FOIL request right here for records. I'm just requesting the first, last name, title, and salary of all village employees. You don't know that information? Well, that's why I'm requesting it. You don't have to know it. I'm requesting it. I'm not asking you for it right now.
Give me 1 1 minute.
Sure, no problem. Can I get a copy that you received it? Can I get a copy of it that you received it?
As soon as it's signed off on it.
Okay, no problem. Sir, so how come you're not communicating with me as a member of the public? Why are you choosing not to just ignore me? Oh man, this is amazing. This is absolutely incredible.
That sign is crazy.
The way our public servants made it.
Let's go.
Ignore me. How come you're not communicating with me as a member of the public? Why are you choosing not to just ignore me?
Out of here, man.
Oh man, this is amazing. This is absolutely incredible. The way our public servants treat us here, especially here in the village of Spring Valley. Absolutely ridiculous. I would expect nothing less from a village that has a mayor as infamous as Mayor Alan Simon, a disbarred attorney.
Wow.
Why are you banging on doors? Why are you banging on doors, sir? Why are you scared of a camera? Why are you scared of a camera?
Somebody needs to be open, man.
This is the mayor here. This is the mayor's office. Terrified of a camera. Why are you scared of a camera?
Your FOIL has been received. We have 5 business days and we will respond to your request, okay?
Can I have a signed copy that you received it?
I'm just acknowledged it on camera for you.
Who are you? I don't know who you are.
We have your FOIL request.
But who are you?
Within
Who are
5
you to
days.
acknowledge it if I don't even know who you are?
You see me go out of the office. Can you
What does
please
that
please
mean?
don't-
That means you work.
me try to get-
I'm not interfering with anything.
Thank you, sir.
I'm not interfering with anything. So,
Have a
who are
blessed
you?
day. Have a
Who
blessed
are
day.
you? Who are you, sir?
Please don't put your foot in front of the door, sir.
Who are you, sir? Can't even ask questions of your government. They won't even identify themselves. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we have been inside the Village Hall here in Spring Valley, New York for quite some time now, patiently waiting for Mayor Alan Simon to come out of his office and have the courage to answer our questions regarding the fact that he ordered the chief of police to arrest a journalist for exercising their First Amendment right of freedom of press. And when the chief of police refused, he suspended the chief. This is tyrannical behavior, and we, the people, need to expose him and hold him accountable. This is far from over. He said in the video, he can do whatever he wants because for years he's been getting away with it. As a judge, as an attorney, he's been getting away with doing whatever he wants without facing consequence. And that ends today. We will hold him accountable. Look how we've been treated by the public servants in this building. Everyone's refused to identify themselves to us. No one's treated us with any respect or professionalism. It's completely ridiculous. There's a sign-in sheet that obviously violates our Fourth Amendment right. That's why I signed in as Benjamin Franklin, because it makes no sense whatsoever. Zero. This mayor needs to resign. He needs to be removed from office immediately. He is a tyrant, one of the worst I've ever seen. We were able to file our FOIL request. What we requested was the emails of the mayor for the last month, as well as the first, last name, and salary, and email addresses of all public employees here in the village of Spring Valley. We need to get to the bottom of it, ladies and gentlemen. We need to hold him accountable. When we went to the police department earlier, we received support from one of the law enforcement officers there that he watches our videos and he supports what we do. I appreciate that, because as we're looking right now at the United States flag, this is what this is all about, us coming together and holding our government accountable and keeping this country free as humanly possible. And this mayor is an unstable, as you've seen in the videos I showed you at the beginning, he is unstable and unfit to be a judge. That's why he was thrown off the bench. Wow. He's unstable and unfit to be a mayor. This is why I'm calling on him to resign immediately. The people of Spring Valley deserve better. We, the people, deserve better. This is far from over. We were going to be following up. We will ask the tough questions to the mayor. Stay tuned to the channel for the FOIL requests when we get those back and for additional coverage on this. Let me know what you think about this one in the comment section below. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace. As we were walking to our car, we noticed NBC Sarah Wallace is here. Hopefully she's the one that broke this story and the one that the mayor. Hey, ma'am, I'm sorry that what happened to you. I saw what happened to you at the mayor's office. I'm sorry that happened to you. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't get arrested. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't get arrested though.
You say hi to We the People.
Yeah, we the people.
I just do my job, but thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, but doing your job, exercising your First Amendment right, you shouldn't be threatened with arrest. That's for sure. Keep up the good work. So we have NBC here reporting on the mayor. I heard her say to this gentleman that he didn't want to come out and speak to her, so he didn't want to come out to speak to me either. So we have something in common. Maybe if I had a big camera like this and all this equipment, I wouldn't get arrested as much. But because I use my cell phone as a citizen journalist, I'm always getting arrested.
Okay. Well, I hate when they say, "Oh, it's because you got, you know." I got my little Canon M50 vlogging selfie style camera. It's like a handheld camera, and they said that's too much. Oh, because you got it hooked up to the selfie stick to like. Oh, you didn't. It don't matter, man. Well, yes, since a citizen doesn't have a press pass. Yeah, whoever gives the press pass was given when the Constitution was written, and even before that, God's law is before man's law. Yeah, y'all, it's been absolutely nuts, man. Yeah, man. So, man, we're seeing a lot of craziness. That mayor is. I wonder. So you got a disbarred judge became mayor of the city. Who voted for him? Why did they vote for him? And why do they continue to vote for him? We got to think, okay, at some point, when are the people going to take responsibility for the choices? He didn't just get there. He had to be appointed or voted in somehow. And you got to think he's the mayor. So, but even the mayor, even the mayor forgets that the citizens are above the mayor. That's why I say they don't look at the structural chart for how that works. Let me pull up the structural chart for how that works. It's in government. Let me see if I can find one of those structure charts of how it's supposed to go. I know we had images of it before. No, that's not it. Let's see. All right. So this is a random one. This is Colorado, but you'll get the point. You'll get the point. I really should use my wireless mouse. I don't know why I'm leaning off before I got wireless mouse. But anyway, it don't matter. Let's check this out. So, you know, this is like I said, this is Colorado. This is only an example, but this is pretty much how it goes for everywhere. It's just a few things are different, but the main thing is knowing that citizens are always at the top of this pyramid. The mayor that's down here thinks he's here. Well, hold on. The mayor down here thinks he's here, even though he's equal with here and here. So you have all these people, you know, on pretty much this level. That's why he didn't have the authority to fire that officer, even though he's above in this area. You know, he's above them in that ranking. He wasn't able to, you know, fire this guy because it's too many chains that he skipped to. He think he can just beeline straight to him and say, "Oh, you got to go." No, you need to talk to these people. You need to talk to all of these people. I think you would even have to have a discussion with the chief, you know. And then look how he talks to the citizens. He talked to the citizens like he's above them, when the citizens are above all of this. That's what I want. This is what I want every public building, government. This is, if they only just put up this chart everywhere, then it will register and we wouldn't have issues when we go to these places. They would be a reminder, because anytime they get out line, we could just point out, you know, say, hey, you know, this is where we are in this chart, you know, so act accordingly, you know, at least be respectful at very minimum. Hold on. Hey, what's up, Claudette? Tyrannical. Yep. They should not talk to anyone like they can't help themselves. Yeah. It's terrible. And it's because they forget this chart. They forget that chart. All is upside down, back to front. Exactly. They believe that we're at the bottom of this list. And that's why I don't get when I enter these buildings and they think that, you know, they could just handle me in type of way or just tell me this and that. Have you looked at the chart? You haven't even looked at your own chart. Oh, and they talk to you as if, oh, you did. Oh, well, if you want to go do this, you need to ask permission to go do this, or, you know, well, why do you want to come in this building and why do you want to do this? Go check the chart before you come and ask me all these crazy questions. He said the video lagging, but it shouldn't be lagging now because ain't nothing really going on. Really restarting. I don't know. It might be because I've been on the stream so long. But yeah, we're coming up on 2 hours. So yeah, I'm about to get off here. I got some company coming over, so joining late doesn't always fetch you in real time. I don't know what you mean. But yeah, you need to flip the chart upside down to see it through that. Yeah, you need to flip the chart upside down to see it in their eyes of how it is. Exactly. You know, that's why I say that they don't, this if this were put in every office, you know, in a big one like that, in a big poster, like they have the big blue line or whatever, like or like they'll fly the rainbow and all that. They need to have this first before they go to all this, you know, all that other stuff that they'll try to push out there and push whatever narrative they want to push. They need to start with knowing the foundation of the structural chart, and they need to know, you know, what's going on. They need to know who's who. Because if they see this chart and they look, and if you're looking at this chart and you see the citizens are at the top of this chart, there's no way that you're going to go out and treat it's no way. And for people to not, and it really goes up to management, because if management doesn't understand this chart, then it's all bad from everywhere downwards. Like if the police chief doesn't know this chart, everything's going downhill. If the mayor doesn't know this chart, everything's going downhill. If people in regular government offices don't know this chart, it's going downhill. You think they learned the amendments in the child book too? Yeah, man, gotta get some sleep about Thursday here. All right, Scarecrow, I'm about to get off too. Like I said, I got some company. I just wanted to, you know, really spend some time with y'all, because I haven't done, you know, a long stream like this in a minute. You know, I did the Muay Thai, you know, so it's all that, but that's not, you know, that's not this. But yeah. So I'll see y'all next time. Like I said, I'm gonna be streaming more and more. What I'm doing now is all the videos that I would normally watch, I'm just gonna go live before I watch them. And yeah, that way when I'm watching videos, I'm not just, you know, it makes no sense at this point to watch videos on my own when I have y'all who can, you know, y'all can watch it with me. And that, you know, oh, the camera, that's another sign. the camera went, you know. I could get the other battery, but I'm about to exit out anyway, so I'm just gonna switch the camera to the FaceTime camera. And like I said, AWB, I'm out. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna be doing a lot more of this, and yeah. We're gonna do a lot more, believe me.